Hey, it's Andrew Fielding with Remax Twin City and Fielding.com, and today I am chatting with Gunther and Maxine at Gecko Websites. We're going to chat a little bit about what's going on with the current health situation and how they have adapted and how they constantly change to help their clients provide great service. Let's get to it.
So my name is Gunther Kramer, and sitting beside me here is Maxine Metzger. And 25 years ago, back in 1995, I founded my company, Gecko Websites. And at the time, if we want to travel back in time a little bit, in 1995, the internet looked vastly different than it does today. So a lot of the coding languages didn't exist yet. Smartphones didn't exist yet. We didn't have social media. Blog writing was not even out there yet. It was, if so, then just in its infancy. So the internet was something that was a little bit more of a playground. It wasn't really a business tool as of yet.
My name is Maxine Metzger, and I left the corporate world and came on board with Gecko Websites about 3 years ago, part-time, and I've been full-time for a little over a year, and absolutely love what I do here. I get to do the management of a lot of the projects, work hands-on with our clients, and like Gunther said, it's a little bit different now with Zoom calls instead of face-to-face meetings, so that's basically the only change that we are facing right now with COVID-19. I also manage our content writers, our photographers, our graphic designers. So I really have a hands-on approach and partnering with anyone that we have to pull into each of these projects, whatever it is that our clients need.
Just having a quick look at your website, it looks like most of your stuff is pretty much virtual anyways. Am I correct in making that assumption?
You are right with that. I mean, just to put it in a nutshell, the main things how it affects us is obviously no more face-to-face meetings. All the networking opportunities are now gone. So how we reach out to people, which usually is very face-to-face and personable, that's gone. So just like everybody else, we're shifting to video. The other aspect, and that's our main concern, is not so much for us, it's more for our clients, because if our clients have a slowdown and they have to start to shut things down or, God forbid, shut down their business completely, of course, that's going to affect us as well. So our main focus is on how can we help our clients think outside of the box to be innovative, come up with new ideas on how to continue their business so that they can stay in business, because the longer they stay in business, then obviously that's going to help us as well.
Somebody calls you today and says, hey, I need a website. How would you walk them through the process?
Well, typically we start with trying to find out, first of all, what is it that they're looking for? Everybody is unique. Everybody's situation is different. So we really have to get a really good understanding of who is this person? What is their business all about? We want to understand their industry as well, especially if it's an industry that maybe we're not too familiar with just yet. And then also understanding their competition. And we asked a whole slew of questions. It almost feels a little bit like the Inquisition at times, but that's the purpose of it, so that they get to really dig deep. So we want to make it really hard for them. And we find that a lot of people, they say, wow, I've never really had to think about my business on that level yet. And that's good. I mean, it helps them in so many ways, not just for their website. And once we have a better understanding of things, then we start to see, okay, what makes sense for what they want to try to achieve. So it's really about goal setting. And a lot of times people say, well, I want a website. And I say, okay, that's great. Now tell me why. And then I get a blank stare back and they're like, well, shouldn't I have a website? And I said, well, I don't know yet. Let's figure that one out. And if so, then what kind of a website? So it's not just a matter of saying, okay, let's just put up some text and pretty pictures. It's really about saying, okay, this is a tool. It's a marketing tool. And as such, it has a function. And that function, generally speaking, for most businesses, is going to be to increase revenue, to increase their profits. So let's make sure that we're going after the goals in that fashion so that we achieve those goals, and not that we're just creating something willy-nilly just because it looks cool or it's fun or it has some neat feature to it.
But it sounds like kind of what we're facing right now across the planet is something that you're already accustomed to, and that's change.
There's a thought process out there that says, those who will succeed and thrive are those who are the best able to adapt to change. And I think that's very true. Stagnation really does mean a slow and certain death, regardless of what it is that you're doing. You can look at flowing water. It's very vibrant, healthy, it's teeming with life. As soon as it becomes stagnant, things start to die out and dry off. And the same can be said for everything in life, including how we run our businesses. So it's about looking at everything and seeing, okay, where are the opportunities? Where can we take advantage of what's going on? And I don't mean that in the sense of taking advantage of people. I believe very strongly, and it has to always be a win-win. So if I'm getting something of benefit out of it and so is my client, then we're both winning. Because if my clients succeed, then we as a company succeed as well. For example, I'll just give a quick example here. Just before COVID-19 hit, we took on a new client, and they have a fitness facility. Well, as you can imagine, fitness facilities right now are all shut down, obviously. And so their business model had to change immediately overnight because they literally had to shut their doors. So we had plans all put in place as to how the website project and their digital marketing was going to take place. And I just connected with them and said, okay, obviously the world looks different now. Let's scrap all those plans. Let's start back at square one and let's put our heads together and see what we can come up with to keep your business going. And it's not going to look the same. And I don't know if this is something that's going to work or not, but we have to at least do some brainstorming and try. So of course now, just like a lot of other companies out there, they're looking at putting together a series of videos so that people can train directly from the comfort of their own home. And we're starting to go down that route. There's a few other things we're looking at as well. And the bonus side, the real positive is, once all of this is over, now they'll have two streams of revenue. Mm-hmm. They can have the revenue stream from opening up their gym again, but then they can still continue on with the online training as well. So this could very well become a very nice blessing in disguise.
Mm-hmm. It's been really great as we're taking care of our current clients, but we've also had a lot of interest with people who are currently able to work some hours at home for their current employer, but they're also thinking about maybe that little side hobby that they had, or something that they could start if they have to work from home for a long term. And that's been really exciting. We've had some great Zoom calls with people who are interested in potentially starting a home business during COVID, rather than, we were talking the other day with someone saying, this is going to go down in history. What is it that you started and what did you implement? Whether it was a business or you spent more time with family, or did you sit and watch, 23 hours a day of Netflix? So we're really trying to help people and inspire people right now. Like, if you've got that dream or if you have a passion, we're here to help. We have so many different possibilities as far as, packages available, whether it's just a small little thing you want to get started, and we can help people get that off the ground, whether it's a managed website or an unmanaged site. So there's so many possibilities out there, and we're really open to just work with people one-on-one and figure out a strategy that's going to work for them. So
if there's one thing that you could share with somebody who's considering contacting you guys for a website or for a project, because I know you do more than just websites.
We do.
What would be the first thing that they should do?
Give us a call, and we'd love to sit down and chat with you and find out what it is that you're after. We actually have an online form on our website that people fill out.
I was going to mention that.
Yeah, and basically what it is it starts to ask those tough questions.
Super. So how does somebody get a hold of you guys?
So you can find us on our website at geckowebsites.com. You can email us at info@geckowebsites.com. My direct phone number is 519-591-8801. And we're also on a whole bunch of the different social media platforms, from Facebook and LinkedIn to Twitter and others. Instagram as well. So if you just simply search for us on those platforms, or even just do a Google search for Gecko Websites, I'm sure you'll find us pretty easily.
That just about does it for today. Is there anything else you want to share with people, or you think people should know about you guys or about the process? Feel free to take it away here.
Yeah, I would say number one, just in regards to today's current situation with the global pandemic, keep your chin up, stay positive. It's definitely going to pass, but there is light at the end of the tunnel. So keep that in mind as you're strategizing and planning for your business moves moving ahead. In regards to everything else, I would say, you don't have to build Rome in a day, like Maxine was saying earlier. We scale up with our clients. So as they grow, we grow with them as well. So there's no need to panic or anything. We do a lot of hand-holding and consultation and so on. And the main thing that I would say is there's the most important piece of advice, and this is what I give everybody, and it's usually how I always sign off with, is make sure that no matter what, you have fun.
Maxine and Gunther, thank you so much for joining me today. Thank you for helping with the technology. And I wish you guys all the best, and I look forward to seeing you again soon. Thanks, guys.
All right.
Thanks,
you.
Andrew.
It was a
Take
pleasure.
care.